It's Nolan. Now, before we get started, make sure y'all hitting that like button. Make sure y'all sharing it on your respective platforms. Let somebody know what we're doing today. Now, let's get into the show. I'm some more labor, brought it straight from the dirt. Double my grind, just a triple more work. Rockin' the same clothes from the first to the third. Say what you want. Motivated by grace, but I don't like them. It's for the industry and all them haters that comprise it. I own my image and likeness. I'm fighting like Leonidas. To be righteous is key. I had to make my circle tighter, cause they life is the street. I'm from the jungle where you kill what you eat. I love the feast. Taught myself how to cook, it was Franks and butter beans. Hot summers, no treats. Niggas born with no retreat. If they gotta get you, they willing to shoot you right through the priest. That's where I'm raised at. Took day back. Y'all niggas listening to slave rap. Just got my chain back, crafted by Arabs. Wait, I got a blade strapped under the wave cap. My city full of niggas bleeding like a fucking ASAS. So when I say I overcame the odds, I don't pray to God. Watch niggas that was shaving hard, had to take a charge till I came to change the cards. Hey, I ain't got no words for y'all. I don't do the rap beats. I'm trying to get my girl to drop.
But I know it's gonna get better than this, for sure. I don't have everything that I want, but if there's one thing that I know, it's gonna get better than this, for sure.
Hey, what's going on, beautiful people? It's the kid J Nolan here. Welcome back to another episode of Inside the Industry, your number one source for music, entertainment, commentary, and breakdowns. Hope everybody's doing well this evening. This isn't going to be a very long-winded video, but we are going to get into Charlamagne the God and Lauren LaRosa coming out and debunking the idea that Jay-Z in 2025 is still making massive amounts of money off of Kanye West's catalog. And remember, he came out the other day and basically said that Jay-Z still owns his catalog, or at least that's what's been kind of disseminated out publicly. All right. Now, before I get to that, I don't know what Kanye owns, but apparently he owns the audio of him and the DJ That Don't Spin's conversation that came out the other day, because I got hit with a copyright claim. So if anybody is still watching the video that I released the other day about Kanye West still dissing Jay-Z, Kendrick Lamar, etc., I got somebody in the comments that said, man, is anybody else getting some choppy audio stuff playing funny on here? Well, let me go ahead and tell you why. Because Kanye and his label Yeezy have, I guess, done a partnership with Two Lost Distribution and registered the interview of him and the DJ That Don't Spin so that they can try to share share revenue with content creators that use portions of the audio for commentary on YouTube. Mr. Billionaire, Mr. Everybody's broke, you motherfuckers can't do nothing with me, I'm the richest motherfucker, you know, all this stuff, rich man, billionaire man, trying to share revenue with little motherfuckers like myself just for using portions of the interview. But you know, it's all good. One thing I don't do is negotiate with terrorists, so I said take the shit out. All right? So again, if you watched that video today and you felt like it was a little odd how it was being chopped up, that's because I told them bitches chop it out. Okay? But we'll continue on with the show. All right? Now let's get into Charlamagne and Lauren LaRosa talking about Jay-Z not currently owning Kanye West music. Of course, with Breakfast Club, we can't play the video, but I can play the audio. Y'all give me a second. Here you go.
I don't hear a lot of people say that.
Whatever that people say that in that tweet you
Kanye just said that, but no, people. There
Kanye
is
been
that
saying
argument.
a lot of stuff.
Yeah, no, but
people have said that if
people have
Cole
said
never
that if
dropped
Cole-
out of that battle, that he would have won.
Yep.
Oh.
If untherapeutic, unhealed Cole stayed in the battle before he got his consciousness that he came back on the stage with, people think that he would have won over Kendrick Lamar.
Yeah, I'm with you, Envy. I never seen it. Okay. I never seen it nowhere. Okay.
But also, too, I feel like Kanye gets online and he tweets things that make absolutely no sense.
Now, for if y'all were wondering what that was about, that was basically off of Kanye continuing his hateful tirade on J. Cole. out of everybody that he's talked bad on in the industry, I think he hates J. Cole the most. He's been on an anti-J. Cole run for years. He went on the Breakfast Club and said that he feels like J. Cole hates him and disses him on every album. So that was what that was about. Basically saying, you know, I believe in the interview with the DJ That Don't Spin, he went on there and said, you know, even when him and Drake were still working, most of the time that they spent in the studio was him telling Drake how much he can't stand J. Cole last and how much of a bad look it was for Drake to be working with him. But, you know, it is what it is. I know a lot of y'all ain't too thrilled about J. Cole. Anyway, I still fuck with Cole. I'm still gonna listen to Cole. I'm still gonna scream from the mountaintop. He one of the best niggas in the game. Outside of Kendrick, he one of the best niggas in the game. I don't give a fuck. But we'll continue.
And then people take it and run with it. Like the other day, he had tweeted that Jay-Z owned his or not tweeted. He talked about with academics that Jay-Z owned his master. So he gets on these platforms and says things that don't make any sense, and people believe it.
That's not true.
Completely not true.
Yeah, Jay-Z does not own Kanye West's catalog at all.
And that's easy to look up, right?
I don't know if you can look it up.
That's not easy to look up, but
I heard it from a very reliable source.
Yeah, from a very reliable source. That is not true.
It don't matter who that is, but a very reliable
Yo,
source.
Emmy.
You want to be OVO so bad? You want to be the owl so damn bad? Always the OVO owl over there.
Stupid.
And I know Kanye just asked the question. He just said, how much money you think Jay-Z makes off my catalog versus what I make off it?
Yeah, I heard that.
And people ran with the whole, you know, Jay owns Kanye catalog, but that's not true. Kanye just playing the victim and looking for sympathy per usual.
Jesus.
And I did Google who owns Kanye West masters, and according to Google right now, and if this is incorrect, it's Google, not me. Kanye West's master recordings, at least for his earlier albums, are owned by Universal Music Group, which owns Def Jam Recordings, where he was signed for most of his career. However, he has since completed his contract with Def Jam and is free to pursue music deals elsewhere, according to Google. So easily.
That's his music contract, but I don't know who owns the masters though.
It says Kanye West master recordings.
Owned by
It ain't
Def
Jay-Z.
Yeah.
I can tell you that much.
That's crazy.
Well, thank you for debunking that story, Unc. Appreciate you.
He went.
Unc debunk.
Kanye went in Academic's basement. Where was that at?
No, they weren't in the basement. Academics flew to LA. I had to think
it was
about
in a hotel. It was in a hotel.
It was like a hotel, and then they were like outside of somewhere. But yeah, he flew to LA. But it didn't matter.
All right, y'all. So that's the Breakfast Club with their update on Kanye still hating J. Cole along with everybody else in the industry and himself. And the update that Jay-Z does not, in fact, own Kanye West's catalog. Even though we looked up that article the other day that showed that, Rockefeller was supposed to own the masters in perpetuity. Rockefeller is not an active company today, and I'm quite sure they offloaded some of that catalog to UMG. You know what I'm saying? Because at a certain point, Kanye was no longer a Rockefeller artist anyway. All the artists that were on Rockefeller were released, and they went on and secured their own deals. Kanye being one of them. He was with Def Jam, Universal, and we even have we showed documentation that his deal was with Island Def Jam with some of his latter albums before he left. So yeah, Jay-Z's not over there. Rock Nation is not attached to any of those projects. And I'm sure out of everybody who gets paid the most off of those projects, I don't think Jay-Z is one of those people. I think Lucien is probably getting the most out of that. If we're going to be all the way real, Lucien is the one that's cashing in on everybody. So if you want to be mad, and I know Kanye went on a tirade against him. You know, he called him Drake's rich baby daddy last year. He went at Lucien for many years, even while he was in the contract, coming out kicking and screaming, talking about he was a slave and all of this type of stuff. Many articles have been posted about the renegotiations and amendments that have been made in his contract over the years. But what you can't do is come out here and claim that you're richer than everybody, you're better than everybody, you're in a better position than everybody. Nobody can tell you anything because you are so well off, and then play victim at the very same time of somebody getting money off you. Don't work like that. And let's be clear, even Universal came out and Def Jam came out when you came out with those anti-Semitic claims, right? They said we have no business dealings with Kanye West. He's out of here, right? So, best wishes in your partnership with Merlin and Two Lost, Dame, not Dame Dash, but the homie Dame. I understand y'all gonna make money off him. That's gonna be a cash cow, but come on, dog. I know that ain't your wheelhouse, but come on, dog. He gonna throw y'all under the bus next, man. But I hope y'all make copious amounts of money. Shout out to my guy Dame over there at Two Lost. Sheesh. Is there anything else that I feel like speaking on this situation? I told y'all this wouldn't be a long video. And before we go, big shout out to Miss Opinionated Truths, always keeping it solid with your boy. She posted this earlier. She says, Drake affiliate and friends Chubbs' view seems to agree with one of Drake's delusional stands about Drake trolling Kendrick in his Nokia video by IMAX. Also, a Kanye post he seems to agree with as well. As we scroll down, we have this tweet from Kanye that says, how I hate Drake and I'm team Drake at the same time. Life is funny like that. It's the weird thing where I feel closest to Drake out of anybody in rap. So even though he has been going at Drake so crazy, he's still been riding on Drake's scrotum just as crazy, if not even crazier in recent times. You know, he says, how is he going to survive without with Drake being eliminated? So although he enjoyed the banter, the back and forth, the battle, the disses, and let's be clear, Drake was whooping his ass. Every chance, every jab Drake threw at that nigga was body blows to the stomach. He was whooping Kanye ass. We talked about that before, how he had been lighting his ass up for years on them albums. On the Her Loss album, he lit his ass up. Certified Lover Boy album, he lit his ass up. Scorpion album, he lit his ass up. He just been doing WWE moves on Kanye ass. Whoever's writing that shit was flaming him. Okay? But nonetheless, he still feels closest to Drake out of anybody in rap. So this is the original post. Drake trolling Kendrick Lamar with Nokia in a music video in IMAX. They say Drake is Himothy Neutron. To where this post here said from Keep Six Solid, which is a Drake stan account. On Instagram, they say, Ye tweets about Drake. And who do we have here? We got Chubbs, who clearly is, tired of crashing. Because he's also supporting Kanye. So again, Ray Daniels did have the prediction that Kanye and Drake might come together and try to do some sort of, handicap match against Kendrick Lamar. Maybe do an album together, go out and tour and do this whole reunion thing. I don't know if that's necessarily true, but it does seem like something is happening in Drake's camp where they're co-signing things from Kanye. They're giving free promotion to Joe Budden and Melissa Ford. All people who you would think were enemies. But out of all the people that Drake may have had to kick out of his camp, perhaps he feels safer with the enemies that he knows than the enemies he never expected. I don't know. I can only give my theories. Nothing is being purported as true. I'm just saying what's coming off the top of my head. Y'all let me know what y'all think of all this down below in the comments. Be sure to like and share this video. If this is your first time seeing me on YouTube, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. Become an insider. Once again, I said I ain't going to be here long on this one, but I will catch y'all on the next one. Be sure to check out the Drake vs. UMG video. Be sure to be on the lookout for my Marcus Clay interview coming on Friday, and I will catch y'all later. Peace.
King of my city and cul-de-sac. Coming out swinging like soldier rag. Leading my people like quarterback. Boy, I study this shit, I'm an almanac. Had to get up and grind. Knowledge is booming, I'm here to apply. Came with the chip and the dip, it just single the mind. We finna do more than survive. I need my check. Spinning the block for the Gouda. We hitting the jeweler to flood out the net. We don't do beef on computers, I'm straight out the sewer. We come when you rest. Niggas be looking perplexed, so keeping my foot on their neck. No map, I trust my gut for the quest. But drama, I'm fully abreast. I was ready for years and they doubted me. All of a sudden they tell me they proud of me. I been dropping these haters like calories. Cross I'm out, I came back with some boundaries. Stand for my honor, but too raw, no corner. Packing the stick with a drummer. Wanna catch my bad, won't fumble. I done came too far to be humble.